So we chose Lillooet to work with JP Zhu's lab at McMaster University because Lillooet actually has a tremendous diversity of bats. In fact, they have at least 15 species of the 18 that we've recorded in the province.
The purpose of this trip is to sample the microbiome of bats in BC. Microbiome of bats refers to all the microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, and other microscopic organisms associated with bats. Could it be on the surface of bats? Could it be in the gut of the bats? Many of the Canadian bats eat insects, and one of the key questions that we would like to address is whether the microorganisms in the diet of the bats, in the insect, impact the microbiome of the bat itself. Similarly to what has been found in humans, we believe that the microbiomes of bats are also impacted by a variety of forces. However, in bats, we know almost nothing about the composition of the microorganisms within an individual bat and how the different forces impact the microbiome of bats.
The fungus, called Pseudogymnoascus destructans, or PD for short, causes white nose syndrome in bats, and it has devastated bats in eastern US and Canada. WCS Canada has been working with Thompson Rivers University and McMaster University to develop a probiotic, and this probiotic is actually developed from microbes off wings of bats in British Columbia. We've taken the bacteria that we know have done well at preventing the PD from growing on bats' wings, and we have combined it into a cocktail, and we take it and spray it into bat boxes or attics so that other bats that are roosting in those areas can pick it up on their wings. And the idea is that they would incorporate these beneficial bacteria onto their wings. They go off to hibernate. They hopefully then, they survive the winter because they have these beneficial bacteria which will try to keep the white nose fungus, the PD, from growing. If we do see a good reduction in mortality, we could be saving tens, more likely hundreds of thousands of reproductive adult females. If we can't reduce those mortality rates, then we are going to see likely a collapse of our bat populations. It's going to take time. We're seeing a slow spread, which is good. But if there is nothing we can do, then we are going to see probably colonies winking out, starting in southern BC as the fungus spreads. It will have economic and probably human health consequences downstream. We do know from recent research that pesticide use will go up in areas where there is not a lot of bats left. So in the east, they have determined things like even market value of agricultural land is changing because of more pesticides having been applied, because of the fact that bats actually do provide a free and natural way of controlling pests. And so our forests here in British Columbia, our agriculture, especially our organic farming, all of those industries really do depend on bats. This many species of bats in British Columbia feeding on such a huge array of insects, if we see a decline in these bats, which we probably will, and we already are because of some of the habitat changes, there's going to be a cascade of negative effects, and everybody's going to be affected in some way.